Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the channel. My name is Modine and this is Rabbit and More. I'm a passionate rabbit farmer based in Accra, Ghana. I love farm visits. I love interacting with other farmers and also bringing you up-to-date information on rabbit farming, some of the things you can do to help you on your rabbit farming journey. On today's video, I'm looking at this farmer right here in the shot from Kenya. Now, this farmer is doing something amazing. The rabbit industry in Kenya is very developed, way developed than that of Ghana, right? So there's a perfect spot where we can learn a lot of things from. One of the things I want to look at right now is rabbit urine. In my last video, I spoke about starting a rabbit farm for as low as 200 cedis. Now, that is for someone who doesn't have the money, who is just trying to explore the whole rabbit farming thing, right? To get in touch with the animals, try to feel them, try to know if it is a thing for him or not, so that you are not in too deep. But for someone who is very sure, who has the money and wants to go into it, you need to look at it from a different angle, right? You need to consider whether you're going into rabbit farming predominantly for the meat. That is number one. Two, whether you're going in just for the fur, because there are several aspects to which you can go. You have to also know whether you want to predominantly do their manure, that is going in for the poop and the urine as well, and just selling them off, right? If this is your thing and you're going to focus more on the rabbit urine, then this is exactly what you need to do. Your level of investment is a bit different because you need to invest heavily in cages that is well equipped and self-cleansing, but at the same time able to collect all your urine in one place. The potency of rabbit urine is based on its undiluted nature, right? There are a lot of farmers, you go there, they mix up the urine with a lot of water, etc. That is not what you have to do. You have to collect the urine just as it is. And it's another effective way to also subsidize the cost in paying for your water bills on your farm. And so, for example, based on data that I run, with other farmers, currently if a rabbit can give you around a liter urine in the whole week, right? So if you have about 100 rabbits, then it means you can collect around 100 liters of rabbit urine on a weekly basis, right? And so it also depends, this also depends on the climate you find yourself in. If you're in a very hot region, then of course you expect anywhere between 750 ml to a liter, sometimes even more, right? If you're in a colder region, then it means the rabbits won't need much water. It also comes down to what you feed them. So do you feed them just a lot of hay? If it is dry matter, they will need to consume a lot of water to offset what they eat. However, if you feed them a lot of just fresh grains, then the water intake is going to be less. And so these are some of the things you need to look at. And so if you consider yourself as a farmer who wants to go in with the more focus on just the rabbit urine, then this is what you have to do. You first get your cage and make sure it is built properly to be able to collect the urine. And for this collection, you will have to have maybe this 25 liter or 30 liters, 50 liters jerry cans to store the urine. Since the industry we are in is very new, it is also very good that you generate some of this data by yourself. You know, get the test kits for testing the urine in order to know the potency of the urine, what matters most, you know, how to treat it well, the various compositions and all. Learn more about how well it does for plant A versus plant B and all that. That way you will be able to add more value to the farmer who doesn't know and offset it according to the current prices of fertilizer and pesticides and all, right? Because the urine on one hand can be used purely as pesticides to fight pathogens and all, but also on one side, based on the formula, can be used as fertilizer to also enrich the soil. Now mind you, the rabbit manure itself as well as the urine do not go in there to harm the plants in any way. In any other thing, it actually makes or improves the fertility of the soil as opposed to most of these other fertilizers and all, because they go there, they enrich the soil for a few months or for the period within which you need it, and then they are out of it. They kill some of these living organisms in there. But the rabbit urine and the rabbit manure actually helps and enhances the soil in that regard, right? So it comes down to you as the farmer. It is a fairly new space. It is something you can get a lot of money from, but also it needs a lot of research, it needs a lot of data, and that is where you can do. This farmer right now is making a lot of money right there, but he has a model. He understands. He's a poultry farmer. He moved on from poultry farming to rabbit farm because he knows he has a lot of facets to it. Now you can sell the fur, you can sell the urine, the manure, the meat itself, you know, a whole lot of things. You can run classes to teach other people. So for the rabbit farm in all, it comes down to you being able to put in more, and then you will get more. In the beginning, you have to put in a lot. It's only when you put in that much, you will get more out of. The space for Ghana, like I said, is new. It is not really big of an industry. There are a lot of farmers, a lot of experienced farmers, but people aren't really taking it to the next stage. There are a lot of wonderful farmers doing a lot of brilliant things right now, but what I'm trying to say is that the market is still very open, and whoever is able to step foot in the right place to connect the right pieces and have data will be the one to lead and command the whole environment, because the market is still fairly young. You know, it's been old, but it is young as to its improvement and the structure, because we do not have anything like that. And so let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Are you interested in starting a rabbit farm? Do you want to collect urine? If that is what you do, then let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. You will always have to feed the rabbits water. They have to drink, and so it's either you make the urine go waste or you plan right from the get-go, right from the beginning. You have to plan that it is something you want to add or collect. So you set up your farm in other ways to be a rabbit urine collector, and that is all you do. Of course, you need the meat to survive, but the meat you can always offset them and sell them off. So you do a lot of production, get a lot of urine, and keep selling them off maybe at 2 or 3 months for very cheap, so you don't spend a lot of money on feed. That is one way, because your main focus may not be on the meat, but also on just the urine. A good strategy to go into this whole thing, if you want to go into rabbit urine, is to also try to just build your farm in such a way that you raise the rabbits only up to like maybe 2 to 3 months, and then you always sell them off. That way you don't spend a lot of money on the feeding aspect, since the urine is your main focus. And so you always sell your rabbits when they are 2 months old, or when they are let's say around the 3-month-old mark, so that someone else can just come and take them and go raise them. So your cost of raising the rabbits and managing your entire farm will be very low, but you will get a lot of money from the urine as well as the rabbits you sell off. And so let that be a plan you can take. And this is it for this very video. My name is Modine, and hope this was able to add some value to you. Have a very good one, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye.